You're sitting there. Nothing is wrong. But something hollow has arrived. Quiet. You reach for your phone. You scroll. You search. But the screen gives back nothing that your chest actually needs. You play a song. The melody floats in. But the emptiness underneath doesn't move. It just sits there, heavy. The screen shouts at you to rise. But your body refuses. You wonder why happiness feels like a locked room you cannot enter.
And then you ask it, the question with no easy answer. Why can't I just feel okay? For no reason at all.
Two people. One, same problems, same pressure.
Your brain was never designed to make you happy. It was built for one thing only, to react, survive, and protect you. But the moment you understand how that reaction works morally, you can interrupt it, almost instantly, before it pulls you under. 3 tricks, simple, immediate, backed by brain science. And the third one will permanently change how you handle stress. Raise your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Let your mouth lift, just slightly. Your brain reads your face like a signal. Soft expression means safety, and safety means stress chemicals immediately begin falling away. You didn't force happiness. You simply sent a signal. And your brain, obediently. But what happens when your mind refuses to stop? When it replays, spirals, and races into every worst possible outcome imaginable? Name it. Say it silently. I am feeling overwhelmed. That one sentence does something remarkable inside your brain right now.
Naming the emotion shifts control node from your panicking emotional brain to your calm logical brain, like flipping one switch inside your head.
The storm hasn't gone, but now you're watching it from behind a window. Same storm, completely different experience. That distance is power.
Pick one action, 15 seconds or less. Sit straight, take one breath. Your brain has that tiny action just triggered dopamine. Not because you finished something big, because your brain detected movement, and movement means progress.
Bad mood be, micro win. Low energy, micro win. Completely stuck we, micro win. You never need.
Soften your face. Name what you feel. Create one small win. In under 60 seconds, most people wait for life to change before they allow themselves to feel better. But your brain was never designed to work that way. Even one small reach outward, one tiny movement, tells your brain that something has shifted. 15 seconds. That is all your brain needs to begin shifting its chemistry. Not minutes. Hope is not something that arrives from outside. It is something your brain generates the moment you give it the right signal to work with. Fear makes you pull back from everything, even from the very things that would help you heal. But your brain can be gently redirected away from fear.
The most resilient people know you never wait for the feeling to change. You change the signal first. The feeling follows automatically, every time.
Movement is the language your brain understands most clearly. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a message your brain completely believes.
One slow breath. That is a direct command sent to your nervous system cards, telling it clearly that the danger has already completely passed.
Defeat is not the end. It is the exact moment right before your brain decides clearly whether to surrender completely or to rise one more time. Rising is not about strength. It is about one quiet decision made in the moment when everything inside you says stay down and surrender. The version of you that feels okay already exists inside your brain. One signal, one breath.
Your brain responds to momentum. Once you begin moving, physically, mentally, in any direction telling, it immediately.
The edge is always the hardest place to stand. Not because the jump is dangerous, but because your brain desperately tells you to The jump takes less than a second. But the decision to jump, that silent moment of choosing, is you made it. Not because the fear disappeared but because you moved despite it.
Stillness is not emptiness. It is your brain resetting itself.
When you learn to control your own brain flow, you begin quietly giving that same steadiness to every person who is standing around you. Happiness was never waiting somewhere far ahead. It was always a signal, Brainy, one your brain was completely ready to receive the entire time. You now know where the switches are. From this moment forward, Sani, you will never have to stay lost inside a bad state for very long.
The noise inside your head is not the truth. It is only your brain reacting without direction, Marcel.
The moment you choose to respond instead of react to play, everything slows down. There are moments when the ground feels like the only place left, when staying down feels easier than the impossible weight of standing up again.
One hand presses into the ground.
Standing again after falling completely, that is not weakness recovering. That is your brain proving exactly what it was always quietly capable of doing.
Progress was never about reaching the top in one leap. It was always about seeing the first step clearly and placing your foot on it.
The first step always feels the heaviest, not because it is the hardest, but because your brain hasn't yet felt the momentum the next step gives.
Every step felt impossible before you took it. Now look where you are standing. This is what The loneliest feeling is not being alone. It is standing right beside someone and still feeling completely invisible.
Reaching toward another person when you are struggling, that is not weakness. That single outstretched hand is one of the bravest things anyone can do.
The moment understanding truly arrives of the film, something permanent shifts inside. You cannot always stop the storm, but you can choose deliberately, and
when you have learned to steady yourself, you discover something unexpected. You begin giving that same steadiness to the world around you freely.
Balance is not something you find and keep forever.
Not every dark night means something is wrong. Sometimes this is your brain finally free, not from problems, but from reacting to every problem without any direction or choice. The person walking forward now is not the same person who sat in the emptiness at the beginning.
You now have something most people spend their entire lives searching for, Sprout, the ability to choose how you feel in the moments that matter most.
Every person you have ever passed is carrying something heavy, and every single one has a brain. Happiness was never far away. It was always one signal, one breath, one small switch away, and